Hey guys, welcome to week 25 of 52, and I want to talk to you this week about layering. And that's just a word that I've added to something that I've experienced, I'm sure before this recent transaction, but I've decided to give it a title. So I had some clients who are very awesome clients, but very fastidious, very perfection-driven clients. We offered on a home, and we went through the process. And as we were getting further in the process, the husband was getting more and more peppery and more prickly. And I got to tell you, this house was almost perfect. The inspection came down, and there was only 6 items called out. Which, if you've ever sold a house or bought a house, or realtor friends, you guys know 6 items is a nothing burger. And so that's when he started to get really annoyed. We got a really good price in the house. The house is beautiful. It's only 3 years old. It's in a master plan community, and 6 items called out on the report. So in a normal world, that's like the trifecta, right? Was that 3 items? But you know the idea. And so as we were getting to closing, the husband was getting more and more angry, and he sort of admitted to me that, I'll back up to that in a second. So as we do our walkthrough, the people are still moving in the house. They haven't even tidied up yet, but we did a walkthrough a little bit early because my buyers were going to be headed out of town, and we needed to do the walkthrough. Generally, they're done about 3 days prior to close of escrow, but I think we did it about 7 days prior. People were still moving, and they were mad. My buyers were mad. They said this house is filthy, and started layering. They started layering from that moment forward. And what that looked like was, as we were heading towards closing, they started finding fault with things that really had not been a challenge. They've been there all along. The yard was the same yard as we moved in. There was no change. It's a community maintained yard. But I started noticing that they were starting to make a mental list of things that they felt were wrong. So we go to closing, and they were very, very upset. And to give you an example, the homeowners cleaned the home. It was very, very nice. It wasn't perfect, but my buyers were infuriated because they felt it wasn't clean enough. There was a drape removed, which generally those are supposed to stay. That was a thing, but the homeowner took the drape because it was a wedding gift, and my client was infuriated. They left a spoon and a set of chopsticks in the drawer by accident. And my buyers felt like it was a sort of a middle finger to them, but it wasn't. It was just an oversight. But now that it's over and we've closed escrow, I spoke with the buyer this morning, and she said, I just want you to know that we are so, so happy. But what's turned out is the husband really didn't want to move from California to Arizona, or period. And this was a move he just really didn't want to do. So he decided at the end to start finding fault. He actually wanted to cancel, which he would have lost his earnest money, and the wife would not permit it. So when you start seeing obstacles like that and anger like that, there's usually an underlying situation that I was not aware of. So just remember, when you're dealing with buyers and sellers, it's very, very emotional, and just to really, really exercise patience and understand that there's probably something else going on. So, all right, happy selling, everybody. As always, if you know of anybody looking to buy or sell, please send them my way, and I'll talk to you next week for week 26 of 52 and #RealtorLife.